Welcome. Welcome. My name is Lynette. We're going to be talking about abacus again, and I'm actually really super excited because I created this workbook. It's available on Amazon. I don't have the book at the moment, but here is a little sneak preview of what I have. So first things first is what is an abacus? An abacus is a counting tool that helps children or adults to learn how to count and do math on the abacus. We can do adding and subtracting and multiplication and division. However, for right now, let's start off with the foundation of what does the abacus look like. So how does this relate? Well, all the lower beads has a value of 1. So when we count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I know we're using this? Well, on my teacher's abacus, I want to have the place value is the ones place, right? And then we go to the tens place is the next column, and then the hundreds place. Well, okay. So right now, what do we do after we don't have a 4? We don't have 5 here? Well, all the top beads has a value of 5. So this is 5. Okay, right. This is 5. And then this is 6. How do I know this is 6? Because remember, we have the top bead has a value of 5 plus one bead, which has a value of 1. So this is 6. This is 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is how you count on the abacus. Now, depending on that's the most fundamental thing. Now, depending on what column you're at, like the place value, just like how we write the 10, 10 would be this because it's a 1 and a 0. Just like how we write, we can show it on the abacus. Okay, this is my teacher's abacus, and you notice the teacher's abacus is upright. This is so that I can explain to you how everything goes. What will happen is when you get a student's abacus is not meant to be vertical. It's actually meant to be lying flat on the table. So we're going to switch to this and I will show you my worksheet. All right. So this is the worksheet and I don't know how let's see. So this is the beginning of the work pages, the pages. And so here is my abacus and what I want to do is I want to clear out my abacus. To do that, I tilt it forward, put it down slowly, and then I move all the beads top. This is 1. Now, how do I know? Oh, I'm sorry. This is 0. How do I know? Well, the beam is not touching. None of the beads are touching the beam. So that means that this is 0. And when we count, it's the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All the lower beads, all the beads at the bottom of the beam is a value of 1. And then the top bead has a value of 5. And then we count 6, 7, 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that is how we count on the abacus. And so on the first page we have is you can have your child write their name. So I'm going to write my name, Lynette. All right. And then on the next page, we talk about what is an abacus. Well, in the picture, we have what the abacus looks like. Here's the frame. These are the beads. And this is the beam. So here there's one bead touching, just like on the abacus, we have one bead touching. Just like that, one bead touching. And this is supposed to represent what the abacus looks like. So we have the picture of the abacus, and then we have the actual abacus itself. Now, the next page is to find the abacus, which I thought was really cool. So what it is all they have to do is they have to find all the abacus. So I see one here, and they just need to circle it. So it's like kind of like find Waldo. Where's Waldo? But it's find the abacus. And so they just have to go through all of the places just to help uh, just to help get them get the children used to the idea of seeing the abacus. right? Because we see a lot of things. But I was able to put it into a picture form. And then they just have to circle all of the abacus. I'm not going to circle all of them, but it's up to them to find out where all of the abacus is. So that is what find the abacus is. It's just a simple search and recognizing what the picture of the abacus looks like. All right. So the next page is this big brain note. This big brain note is exactly what I just said. We talk about what does zero look like. So the zero looks like this. It's easy for the abacus to introduce zero because that's what a cleared abacus is, right? Whereas when they learn in school, they always start from one. Whereas it's better to start from zero. Why? Because then they understand that there's nothing there, and then they start to count. So this is zero, and then here is one. This one says that all the bottom bead touches, and this is displayed as one. And I just show a one-to-one relationship, right? So this is two. So that's what two looks like. And then this is three. 1, 2, 3. This is what it looks like. And then this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then on the teacher's abacus, I can show you it's kind of the same, right? Let's remove some stuff. There we go. Okay. So one. So my there we go. My one's place is here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what this explains. Let's see. There we go. How's that? Okay. So then the next page is talking about the number. Now, the reason why this is practicing how to trace. So when we have our zero, this is what zero looks like. We just trace our number. And then this is what it looks like on the abacus, right? There's no beads touching. And then all they do is just practice their writing. So they write zero, Z-E-R-O, and then they trace the number like that. And then here, they just have to follow the path and then trace the zero. And then the question is here, how many dough balls goes into the 10 frame? Well, because it's zero, there's no dough balls that go in here. All right. So the next one is this maze, which is really kind of cool. So this maze, let's see. This maze, what it is we're going to be doing some number word recognition with abacus recognition. So here, what I'd like to happen is the children, the students, or trace all of the numbers. Trace all of where it's traceable. So all of these numbers are traceable just to practice the penmanship, right? And then Z-E-R-O. Z-E-R-O. So hopefully so the idea is that they will trace the whole page. Now, what do? Well, we have to start from here because here's the label that starts. And what we're doing is we're looking to see where the zeros are. So this is a zero. Now, do I go left or do I go down? Well, I go down for the next zero because all we're doing is we're looking at all the zeros. And I'm just going to color this in. So this is a zero and that's a zero. So then here is zero, Z-E-R-O. And this is just to help recognize what zero looks like. Is this zero? No, this is 2. So we don't go down here, but we go here where there's an empty box. So this empty box is going to get colored in. When we do numbers, I wanted to get them to have dough balls and we put it down. But since there's zero, there's no dough balls that go inside. So this one is the abacus zero. So we color that in and you just keep going and you find the maze until you get to the finish. So here is a zero here. So this is their maze that they have to find and understand what zero, the number word, the abacus, and the items. So that's what the number zero maze is. I thought it was pretty fun. The next page is the number 1. Again, we're practicing how to trace and then color and count the items. So they can color the ice cream snow cone, which is going to be red, right? Not yellow like the abominable snowman. Anyways, and then this is the abacus of 1, and I would like to just have this color in the active beads, so then they understand that that's what it looks like. On the abacus, it looks like this, 1. Remember that this is the dot. I don't know if you could see the dot, but there's a dot here, and on the abacus, there's a dot. That dot represents the ones place. So we have 1. And again, we just trace the word and we trace the number. Trace the path and the number. And then here is the 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it says put 1 dough ball. This is to understand what the 10 frame will look like, because they'll start learning this in school. So I take 1 dough ball and I just put it right there. And that's it. So that's the next page. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to color by number. Here is just reinforcing what does the 1 look like and what does 0 look like. So here I have blue. So 0 is blue, Z-E-R-O. And I have to color in all of the places that has 0. And it's just a color by number. Okay? So hopefully that's a good introduction. If you have any questions, let me know and I can expand on it. And this is just a color by number, and this is red. So we go red is 1. And we find all the red numbers or abacus or yeah. And then we color it in. So this is an introduction of my workbook. I'm waiting for it to get published so we can have a deeper dive into what it looks like. But that's what I have. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will reply to your comments. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.